Hi guys, and welcome back to the Iron Personal Training YouTube channel. We're back with another video from a session from about 5 weeks ago, and here we are doing some Anderson squats. So the point of doing Anderson squats is that you start at the bottom of the movement. So you can see there I was awkwardly working myself under the bar while it was in the pins, and then you drive up from that bottom position. This is to help you increase power out of the hole in the squat and increase strength in that bottom position. Also help increase a bit of hip strength as well. Using the safety bar as it was just more comfortable, a bit more easy to get under. As you can see as I'm coming down, it's not quite to comfort depth, it's probably just a little bit above, but any lower and I physically couldn't get underneath the bar. And as I come up from the squat, this is roughly the position where if I have any slowing, it's probably around here or just slightly above this position. So good to work on that weak point. With my lower body stuff in this block, I am peaking for British bench, as I've mentioned before, so just doing a lot of high volume stuff, trying to find those weak points and work on them to make them nice and strong. So yeah, I really feel like these could be a massive benefit. Really help me with that explosive power out the bottom of the squat, and obviously driving with my upper back as well to make my squats nice and smooth movement. So you can see there, making the most of that last eccentric as well, trying to make it nice and controlled. No belt, no stacey, so I was really happy with these. Then came on to some deficit deadlifts, 3 sets of 12, 140 kilos. These sucked. Sorry, we actually only ended up doing 2 sets of 10. I would not normally do these and the squats on the same day, but with my training session, I only had a chance to get into the gym 3 times that week, so I wanted to focus on 2 main bench sessions and 1 lower body session, so put them together. And as you can see from my face, it is not pleasant doing these at all. Trying to make my deadlift really hard. I really need to improve my deadlift lockout. That is my weak point. So everything I'm doing for my deadlift in this block is all about improving that weak point and trying to just improve my lockout as much as possible. We then moved on to some single leg lateral step ups. Now these work great. This is the first week I've done these, so these have been stolen from watching Dr. Seth. There's a lot of actually these assistant weight exercises have been, as I'm sure you can tell as the video goes on if you watch his videos. Did these 125 kilos. I did have the box a little bit high, I think, so I've dropped the box in later sessions, and these feel much better, much working those, like I'm wearing those, working the areas that I want to with these, which is adductors and hips as well, obviously getting a bit of quad in there as well. But really good, trying to control the eccentric as much as possible, not just drop into the ground. As you can see, I found this much more difficult on my right leg, which is weird, seeing as I am right-footed, and it would make sense that I should be stronger on my right leg, but as you can see, I'm finding it really difficult. But like I say, after dropping the box, this really wasn't a problem. These are much harder than they look, I have to say. I was expecting these to be really easy and I'd just fly through them, but they were actually much more difficult than I was expecting. But really good exercise. I really felt the benefit of these in my hips, like I say, in my adductors again. So it's all about building those muscles. Now I need to have a nice strong squat and deadlift, and hopefully to help with my deadlift lockout as well. After that, we moved on to some cable pull throughs. We're doing a minute of cable pull throughs, so just get myself set nice and low. We did change the grips that we use with these as well later on, so you can have a bit more of a reach back, which did help. But at this point in the session, I'm not going to lie, my back pump was insane, and it just got worse and worse doing these. Like, it wasn't a bad feeling, but you know when you've got that really like high level of back pump, and yeah, it was just a bit grim to do, I'm not going to lie. But definitely feeling a bit of a improvement in my hips, and like I say, it's all about that, trying to get that, improve that deadlift lockout, make it quicker, make it snappier. So hopefully these are going to have a good crossover. I definitely think doing them for a minute is a good way of doing them. Like I'm saying, I'm just trying to build those muscles up in the weak place, so getting a lot of volume in those areas. As you can see, having to take a slight break there, that was mainly because, like I say, the back pump and the hips getting tight, having to take an even longer break, looking at the time, not being able to believe how long is left. Luckily it was only a few seconds, but this minute did feel like, I do quite a few things for a minute these days, but this minute did feel like a ridiculously long minute. We then came on to some hip flex extensions, so we tied ourselves to the cable machine, and we're just pulling through here with the band to get some strength in my hip flexors. Obviously an area that's often overlooked, often tight in a lot of people as well. So doing exercises like this will help to strengthen that area. Again, hopefully help me get a stronger lockout, shouldn't make me more explosive at the bottom of the squat. I really do think as long as training goes well and I'm not stupid and I take things sensibly, I will be able to squat a 240 squat by my next competition, which is October, for the powerlifting games. So yeah, really looking forward to that. But that was really it for the sessions. Obviously, we're going to do the other leg. It did take obviously a little bit of playing around, fan rep position, did 15 to 20 reps. So like I say, we're just trying to build on those weak points at the moment, get everything back up to speed, build a bit of work capacity again, obviously after peaking for competition and that dropping off a little bit. But really happy with how everything went, and that's it really. So like I say, I'm really sorry for not posting stuff for a long time. I'm going to try and get a lot of videos posted in quick succession. So you might see some like day after day ones, and then leading up to British Bench. So as recording this, it's the 3rd of May, so it'll come, and British Bench is only a few weeks away, so exciting times ahead.